There is a huge conflict going on in the Middle East that you probably did not hear about in the news. What is it? The Druze community, a peace-loving small ethnic and religious minority in Syria, are being targeted by hundreds of thousands of al-Jolani forces. That's the new regime in Syria, ISIS fighters and extremists. They're coming for them and they're coming to attack them. And it's important that we stand by this peace-loving group. It's important that we make sure that they're defended, and it's important we understand that if we don't defend them, if we don't stand with them, they face absolute annihilation by the new regime, by the ISIS supporters. That's number one. Number two, it's important you now understand that the Middle East is not what you were told. It's not the Berkeley style that you were told it is. It's not the Chicago version that people tried to tell you it is. It's a complicated place. And what these Druze people are facing if they lose is absolute annihilation. The Middle East is a very tribal place, and unfortunately, little room for mercy. We need to make sure that this doesn't happen, but unfortunately, those are the forces going around the Middle East for many centuries. We need to stand with them. And what you need to understand is that if Israel was not strong and with a strong army and an ability to defend itself, the exact same thing would be happening to the Jews of Israel. The Middle East is a very tribal place, and had Israel not existed, the Jews there would be absolutely annihilated. And so those who say, oh, why don't we have a binational state? Why don't we have a place where everyone can just live in harmony and Israel does not need an army, is living in an illusion. Because the second Israel does not have a strong army with a deep commitment to making sure that all majority and minority living in that country are safe, the place will be absolutely overrun by ISIS-style massacres, the kind of which we've seen in the past few days, unfortunately, inflicted on the Druze community in Syria. That's another very important point. Lastly, if you look at the silence on college campuses about what's happening in Syria and about what's being done right now as we speak in Gaza to the people of Gaza by Hamas, executions, persecution, theft, robbery, you will understand that the people on campus, the people protesting for Palestine, for Gaza, are not Gaza's friends. They are their enemies, because they are siding with Hamas. Hamas are the oppressors, and Hamas are the ones who are now executing and stealing and robbing and doing terrible things to the people of Gaza. If you stand with the people of Gaza, speak out against Hamas. That's what you need to do. Now, there's silence from these campus groups. Why? Because they really were always regurgitating Hamas talking points. So stand with the Druze community in Syria, stand with the people of Gaza against Hamas, and make sure we have a Middle East that is peaceful and just and free from the forces that are unfortunately so violent like Hamas and ISIS, and that we see peace restored.